Gentlemen, thank you for coming.
Yes, so what's all this about? You claim you have information of interest to us.
I do indeed. I have summoned you here to tell you that Spinky Spinnaker murdered his wife and faked this elaborate alien abduction.
Really now? And how do you suppose he did that there thing you just said then?
It all happened simply because there was an accident involving Spinky's car, and later Spinky spotted an opportunity to get rid of his wife and claim on her life insurance.
And how exactly did Spinky accidentally drive his car into a roof of a barn in the middle of nowhere? Is it a flying car, is it, sir? Do tell me.
No, of course not. I did some digging and have discovered that the night before the alleged abduction, Spinky was out doing a spot of late-night fishing up at Sandy Lake. He'd driven there in his beloved Volvo when he got it stuck in the mud, so he found a phone box and called his son.
Hang on, we weren't aware that he had a son.
Well, he does. Second Lieutenant Marvin Scrat of the United States Air Force.
How in frigging fireworks did you find that out? Have you been spying on the United States military? Aren't you wandering a little above your pay grade as an insurance investigator?
What? Oh no, that was just me talking complete and utter bollocks to you earlier. I'm really a paranormal investigator.
Paranormal investigator?
Yes, Frank Hardon, paranormal investigator, is how I usually say it.
Well, that all sounds dandy, and I'd love to try whatever it is that you've been smoking, but unfortunately I'm still on duty, and I have work to do, so we'll be off then.
Well, if duty calls. But before you go, perhaps you would like to listen to this tape recording. It backs up everything that I have just told you.
Okay, you've got my interest. So what's on the tape?
This, gentlemen, is a signal. Fuck me, one more fucking time and I'll...
Where did that come from?
It doesn't matter. Just listen. This, gentlemen, is a signal that Twank only recently found he had accidentally recorded. It is an interception of the internal radio communications of a helicopter piloted by Spinky's son.
Pops, are you okay?
I'm fine. The car is all secured, so let's get going.
How did it happen?
I was packing up my kit when I nudged the handbrake off and it rolled into a ditch. I've had the best part of a bottle of cognac this evening.
Well, yeah, I've had quite a few beers myself. Shouldn't really be out in this thing.
Don't worry about it, no one will know. You're up in that place all on your Todd, aren't you? Anyway, I've got friends in high places.
You know, I can't help thinking calling a breakdown truck might have been easier, Pops.
Too risky. I'm drunk. Anyway, I'm not paying their sky-high tow charge prices. Look, just set the car down on the track there and we can both be on our way with no one any the wiser.
I'll have to bring it round again. That clearing's a little tight.
Don't be ridiculous, man. Just lower it through the gap in the trees there.
I can't bring it in that sharply. Hold on a second.
Come on, I want to get home and bloody well open another bottle. I haven't got all night. Here, give me the damn stick and I'll get it down.
Sir, please remove your hands from the cyclic. God damn it, the tailboom just hit those trees. Let go of the cyclic.
Look, just get the car down and drop me here. You're taking too long. You've hit a tree, you idiot.
For the love of God, Pops, will you stop pressing all the buttons?
What was that? Was that my car? You damned idiot, that was my car. Abort, abort. This mission has failed. Get me the hell out of here. Get back to the hangar and top up with fuel. Not a word to anyone, especially your mother. I'll handle this. I'll be in touch.
This is how the car... That is how the car ended up where it did.
So it was just an accident.
It was, and at that stage I don't believe that the group captain was planning to kill his wife. But later he saw the opportunity this gave him and hatched his plan. Thanks to his son, Spinky knew that the Americans were testing classified aircraft over the weekend, and thus there would be the usual UFO sightings from the public. I believe he killed his wife and took her body up to the local radar tower in her car. There's no sign of forced entry, but he could have obtained the key from his son. Military radars emit extremely powerful beams of radiation, but in pulses about an arc of rotation. I jogged up effortlessly to take a look at the large radar just west of Rendlesham Forest. Seriously, it only took me like 5 minutes. So easy. The radar has maintenance ladders that give easy access to the huge radar on the roof. I believe that Spinky used a winch to hoist his wife's body so that it was dangling right in front of the thing. Then he overrode the controls to subject her body to a continuous blast. He himself had some minor burns, probably where the idiot forgot to shut it down completely before climbing up there in the first place, although his burns did make his story more believable.
Oh my God! I knew he was a bit of an old spike, but I didn't think even he had it in him to do something so blood-curdlingly horrible. Oh, Daphne. Dear poor Daphne. Lovely, soft, succulent, peachy, ripe Daphne.
Yes, all right, priest. After this, Spinky needed to get his wife down from the radar, but also needed her to have fall injuries, so he probably just untied the winch and...
I see. Well, we will have to check all of this, but what about the tracks?
Simple. They are a better fit to the narrow wheelbase of his wife's Austin Metro. He must have used that to drive her body to the isolated road, then hid her behind a bush. I found marks in the soil near the tracks, and on a hawthorn at the road's edge. After this, he could have carefully reversed the car back along its own tracks until he got to tarmac, and then just driven the car home normally. Once there, he stripped to his shirt and socks and violated his own rectum with some household object, before sneaking back to his wife's badly burnt and broken-up corpse. He carried her across the dark fields to drop her 1/2 mile up the road at the spot where she was found. I dare say he returned, found a tree to climb up and jumped out of it to break his own leg before staggering back along the isolated track to wait until somebody spotted him.
Well, it seems that you have uncovered something that we all missed. I should probably apologise for the sarcastic way that I spoke to you yesterday, but I won't, and I don't even regret it because whoop whoop, we's the police, motherfucker!
And I would expect nothing less from Her Majesty's finest, sir. Incidentally, you may wish to bring Twank in too. He was, after all, attempting to blackmail the old duffer, and I believe he needs immediate hospital treatment. Oh, and Spinky's son might be a Soviet sleeper agent. Right, I shall bid you all good evening. My work is done here. Peace!
Oh my God!
And there it was, a brilliant example of my deductive reason. A brilliant example of me working some shit out. The evidence checked out and Spinky was charged with his wife's murder. They never did find a murder weapon. Spinky had been clever there, probably smashed her over the head with something he could dispose of. Maybe a marrow. Yes, probably the marrow he then chopped up to serve marrow chutney with, getting people like myself to eat the evidence. Very cunning, and the chutney tasted of human shit. Aha! He must have used the same marrow to violate his own rectum. Yes, that's it. It all fits together perfectly. I've solved that little mystery too. Case closed. All that remains now is for me to brush my teeth, as it appears that I was probably tricked into eating human shit earlier. I think I have a wire brush and some bleach under the sink.